Welcome and hello to another nonsense retrospective. I'm yours as always, Rick. Joining me equally as always is Devon.
Hello, Rick. Why'd you do the spooky voice for no reason?
Well, I put the welcome and hello instead of the hello and welcome because I am down under and therefore everything is backwards.
I see. Yes, Rick is away, which means these were all recorded ages in advance. I suggested this category today. Rick, do you know why?
Is it because you were playing something that was fun that fit the category?
No, it's dumber than that. I stumbled upon a YouTube short, as I often do, of Aaron Hansen from the Game Grumps going, man, the PS2 had so many licensed tie-in games and lots of them were bad, but some of them were good. Here are my favourite. And I stopped the video there and went, cool, this is a good idea, I'm stealing it.
Yeah, turns out I had a very limited number of PS2 games that I bought. They were basically all RPGs.
Oh, what a sad life you... honestly, I was going to say, what a sad life you live, but at the same time, it's like, well, the PS2 was slightly later in your lifetime than it was mine.
Yeah, it's like Final Fantasy X, Disgaea, Final Fantasy X-2, Disgaea 2.
Final Fantasy X was the first PlayStation 2 game I got, because that's how late I got the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, first PlayStation 2 game I bought, I think, was Dot Hack, which is also a RPG.
I didn't really buy games for the PS2 so much as have them bought for me.
Sure.
Because I was a child and didn't have money.
Yeah, I gets it. Which makes it even worse when one of them's shit.
Yeah.
You're not going to get another one until next birthday.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the time when I technically kind of ruined Christmas a little bit?
With the Final Fantasy DVD?
No. This is actual video game stuff.
Okay.
So there was a game called Dog's Life. I don't remember it being very good, but I remember liking it as a child, and
Right.
I rented it from the local rental place. And I went, this game is fun. I want to play it forever. So I asked my mum, can I have this game for Christmas, please? And she went, okay. And then 2 weeks later, after I rented it for 2 additional weeks, I beat the game and I went to my mum. I don't want this game now. I beat it. And she went, which at the time I didn't think anything of it, but with the benefit of hindsight, it's like she'd already bought that game.
Yeah, and GameStation wasn't quite as good back then about doing returns and.
I didn't really ruin Christmas, but it's one of those memories I look back on and I went, oh, as a dumb kid, that's a real fucking awful thing to do.
Yeah, you inserted a speed bump into Christmas. But yeah, today we're doing our top 5 licensed games. Did you have an honourable mention this time?
I don't have any honourable mentions. Rick, is this the one you said you got 2 for?
I do have 2 for this. I've tried to make it 1 per franchise. My honourable mentions are both things that I've got showing up again. One of them is because I've not played enough of it. It is Rogue Trader.
See, I wouldn't call that a tie-in.
It's very definitely using the license, though. It's using the Warhammer 40k license.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh, you better not have put Fire Warrior on this list.
It's not Fire Warrior.
Okay, good. It was a competent shooter, but it wasn't a good fucking game.
Yeah, it's not Fire Warrior. So yeah, Rogue Trader, not played enough of it. I got the Inquisitor Man on my own, and the save that it uploaded to the cloud was before that, and then you have basically picked up with me things that I have not done in my game file from the beginning of the game.
Yes, that was words.
Yes, we're now playing Rogue Trader in Loosey Goosey Co-op. But yeah, Rogue Trader is my one. My other one is Lego Star Wars.
Interesting, Rick. Interesting. This nearly made it to my list.
Yeah, so the first Lego Star Wars was pretty cool, and I got it before the Revenge of the Sith came out, so I had Cliff Notes ideas of what was going to happen in Revenge of the Sith, including Obi-Wan fights General Grievous and shoots his head off with a blaster. But
that's
it's not his head
actually
that it shoots
crazy.
off. Yeah, and the Escape from Mustafar, where you're both having to escape the stage hazards, but also fighting each other along the way. That was it was cool, but the one that really needed the context was the elevator shaft, because they rotated the elevator shaft to make it look like a normal level. Oh, it was so weird.
I get what you're saying, yes. I don't remember that part of the game, though, so it sounded a bit gobbledygooky.
Yeah. I skipped Lego Star Wars 2, and then I got Lego Star Wars 3, which was 1 and 2 together.
Yeah, I think weirdly enough, the prequel Star Wars games, which was the first Lego Star Wars, because, again, it came out at the same time, was better.
Sure, but, people liked the original trilogy better, so when that came out, people were more there for the gags, you know?
Oh, no, I totally agree. It's just... Yeah, I think the Lego Star Wars, the first 3 games are better than the second 3 games. I've not played the new one, because they released a new one, and they brought back the first 6, but they've changed it to make it more open-worldy, which is the opposite of what I want from a Lego game.
Yeah. They did 2. They did one that was just The Force Awakens, and then they did the Skywalker Saga that's got all 3 of the sequels.
Yes, but I'm talking about a one that came after that has all 9.
Yeah, that's the Skywalker Saga. Yeah, it's got all 3 of the sequels in addition to the original 6.
Okay, yeah, but they've redone the original 6 levels because they're different now. That's what I'm
Boo.
telling. That's what I'm telling you. There's no cantina to just hang around in. It's all open world.
Boo.
Yeah,
Walk to the Death Star.
One does not simply walk into Death Star.
Yeah. You walk from Geonosis to Death Star.
I'll tell you what, as well, is these old Lego movie tie-in games used to be a lot better before they added voice acting.
Yeah. Like, I think I've played one with voice acting, and it's just not as charming.
Well, I played Lego Lord of the Rings for about an hour or 2, and they just take audio from the movie, and that doesn't fit. I've played Lego Marvel, which appears to have actual, writing and voice actors voicing things, and it's just not as charming.
I played the opening of Lego Marvel. It's where you're fighting Galactus, and he just goes om nom nom, and that's rather cute.
That's interesting. I don't know what Lego Marvel that is. The one I played involves not Spider-Man. You're playing as Iron Man and someone else to fight Sandman.
Sure. What else about Lego? Oh shit, Lego Dimensions though. That's the one that they tried to do Skylanders but with Lego, and I spent quite a lot on that game because you had to, because you needed to buy the portal and everything, plus the fact that it was all Lego branded, and they thought that they could charge more because of that. What really turned me off really early on is when the Gandalf character's voice actor calls the Balrog the Balorg, and I'm like, okay, no care went into this. I have now lost interest.
That's really weird because technically, the Balrog is its own thing, but Balor is a thing. It's the Irish way of saying demon.
No, Balorg. He was literally referring to the Balrog and he mispronounced it. Balorg.
Okay, so they didn't have someone fucking editing or in the sound booth with him going, it's Jim. It's Balrog. Oh,
yeah.
let me do that again. My apologies. That's
all it would take. It's all it would take. So maybe it would have been better with gesticulations rather than voice acting. So, with all that said, let's get into our actual top 5. So what's going to be our number 5? Our top 5 licensed games.
My number 5 is an offering from the PS2. It is Rocky from 2002.
Okay. So this is a kind of a retrospective on the Rocky movies, I guess, because by this point, Rocky was kind of old by that point.
Well, this is the weird thing, is this game came out and we still only had 5 movies.
Sure.
I don't know why it exists, because this was before Rocky Balboa, the 6th Rocky film, and well before the Creed films.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just a competent boxing game, but with made up boxers.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's all you need. You just need something competent, and if you need to not have any intellectual property rights outside of the ones you've already got, then cool.
Yeah. I remember they had mini games for your. It was so weird. It was very RPG-esque, because in between fights you'd have your training sessions and you'd have to pick what stat you were training, and you'd have to build up your stats this way, unless you went into expedition match, in which case everyone had fixed stats. But the main story campaign was Rocky doing the Rocky films.
Yeah, sweet.
And the mini games were all crap. It was like mash the button, press the button, generic fucking party game crap of mash this button really hard, memorize a sequence and then repeat the sequence, etc., and you'd increase your stats. And obviously the boss stages were Apollo Creed, Clubber Lang, Ivan Drago, Tommy Gunn. The Tommy Gunn one was very annoying. I remember this. It was the very last fight of the game, and because it was following boxing rules, you had the technical knockout win condition, which is to be knocked down. If you get knocked down 3 times in a round, it's a TKO, end of fight, you lose. And because the fight against Tommy Gunn isn't in a boxing ring, it's just a fucking street brawl. There's no rounds, so it's just one round. And if Tommy Gunn knocks you down 3 times, that's it, you lose. I fucking hated that stage.
Ooh.
I wasn't very good at it. I still remember it. Tommy Gunn, you fucking bastard.
Fuck you, Tommy Gunn.
For real. I like the Rocky films, though. And I don't know why I got this game. I think it's one of those games that I think I just got. Did you ever have this thing, Rick, where you just acquired games?
Yeah, so for me, it was a case of, I've not got something from this genre, I should go get one. Because I can't say I don't like racing games until I have a racing game that I don't like.
but you've got to bear in mind, Rick, this was 2002. I was 10.
Yeah.
I wasn't going out and buying these and choosing these.
Yeah, well, there might have been at Choices Video where they've gone in, this has been rented too many times, it's now a tenner.
It's very realistically possible.
Yeah.
That's how I got my copy of Digimon World.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, this is a bit of a nefarious story, but Choices hasn't existed for 20 years, so I think that we're good. Where Choices went bust, and they put a sign outside their window that said, "Please return all of our stuff if you have stuff outgoing." And I was like, no. And I took my Digimon game. I took their copy of Digimon World and kept it.
I kept it.
I still have that copy of Digimon World. It's got the little fucking metallic square that's been, like, not drilled on, but you know what I mean, on the top that just says property of choices.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's funny the things you remember. What's your number 5?
Now my number 5. It's definitely the worst of the bunch that I've got. It was a Game Boy Advance game by the name of Jackie Chan Adventures.
The annoying thing is that I had a PS1 game, and by all accounts, it was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like a side-scrolling brawler. It was like your Streets of Rage kind of thing. You jump from like A to B if you were like on a train or something, but generally you were just going from left to right. And Battletoads logic. If there's a hole, don't fall in it. But by the same token, if there's a hole, you can punch a guy into it and he automatically dies.
Well, we're kind of in a weird space console rise these days, because back in the day with the Game Boy, the Nintendo Switch, the Game Boy Advance, not the Switch, the DS. It's fucking telling that I still count it as a handheld, eh?
Yeah.
But the Game Boy Advance, the Nintendo DS, we had this kind of weird era where games that were released on the PlayStation, the Xbox, etc., would still insist on having a handheld version, and the handheld version was always shit.
Yeah, almost always. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like at least one or two that are actually good and competent on their own right, but almost always it was just a way to milk more money out of children.
Well, Game Boy Advance, I distinctly remember, had the very interesting concept of, oh my god, they're doing it. Crash Bandicoot and Spyro doing crossover games, and they're terrible because they're on the Game Boy.
Yeah, it's like Spyro Orange and Crash Purple.
Yeah. I think Spyro got its own game that was exclusive to the Game Boy as well, and it was isometric, and it's like nobody who plays Spyro likes this type of game.
No.
But anyway, I digress. So what was it like?
Well, like I say, it was like Streets of Rage. It was a side-scrolling brawler. You'd get through the stage fighting tons of dudes, most of whom would just be like mooks. Now and again, you might get an elite. And then you'd get to the end, and the bosses would be usually someone using a talisman or a monster.
Yeah. Depending on how early in Jackie Chan Adventures is released, one of the bosses probably would have been Toru.
I think he was one of the early bosses, and then he just joins Uncle in the like before, like the between stage talking heads bits.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, like Disgaea style. But yeah, it was fine. I don't think I'll ever replay it. It's somewhere in my house. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Small Soldiers for the PlayStation 1.
Small Soldiers! Were these the ones that were, they weren't all green like Sarge in Toy Story?
No, this is, no.
Yeah, these were all like Action Man guys, weren't they?
Yeah, so it's very interesting. The movie plot is, it's so fucking dumb even now. There was a guy being pitched a series of toys, and they showed the advert of the toy breaking out of the box and going, blah, join Small Soldiers, blah, blah, blah. And the guy, the CEO of the company, is just like, do the toys really do that? It's like, no, of course they fucking don't. But because it's a pitch meeting, they go, would you like them to? And he went, yeah. So they put like plutonium or some shit into the fucking toys, so they come alive, so the toys are all alive. Shit.
So like the intention was for every single toy to be a sentient animatronic.
Yeah. Oh god.
And not just the ones that they filmed for the ads. Oh man.
It's actually a plot point, because that's how come they become so dangerous later on, is the evil commando dude toy goes out and recruits himself an army by busting out all the other evil commando dude guys from their packaging, and cool, he's now got an army of him.
Shit.
So it's a plot point. It's a plot point.
Pretty cute, actually.
I would love to watch Small Soldiers for the show.
There we go.
It's a bad movie, but it's a fun movie. Do you know what I mean?
I get it.
But yeah, the game is remarkably competent. It is just a shooter, and honestly, the stages are kind of once you've done one stage, you kind of done them all.
Sure. Is it first person over the shoulder or what?
I believe it's first person. I'm going off of memories, and I can't remember.
Sure. Okay.
But the multiplayer was very interesting because obviously being a twin, one of the easiest ways to get a game back in the day was to be like, it's a multiplayer game, therefore both of us can play it, so please buy it for us, Mum. And
yeah, you don't have to buy two games. You can get you can please us both with one purchase.
So the multiplayer was 2-player only.
Sure.
Obviously, PlayStation 1, pretty rudimentary technology. Yeah, it would be one-on-one deathmatch. You'd play the leader of the, I want to say they were called the Gorgons, but I'm pretty sure that's incorrect, or the Commandos, and you'd play as the leader of each faction, and it's one-on-one, and it's either deathmatch or capture the flag, but it's only one-on-one. So the arenas were pretty small, so they were clever on that aspect, and it was just a fun time. Although me and my brother would always argue over who would have to play as who.
Yeah. I want to play as teddies. Oh no, I want to play as squirrels.
It's almost that pathetic, but it's easy to say that now when I'm in my 30s, but at the time I wouldn't have even been 10, so you argue about dumb shit.
Yeah. Even though they got the same abilities, it feels bad when you're not the sexy squirrel spy and you have to be this disgusting zombie teddy.
Okay. The ability thing is weird because the commando used to be able to get different type of guns.
Right, okay.
Whereas the other guy couldn't get different type of guns, but the other guy had a cooler design, so we both wanted to be the crapper character. Yeah, I know. Let that sink in.
Yeah. I get it.
It's so funny looking back at it, because it's like, why did we both want to play the shit character? Oh, because he looks cooler. That makes total sense.
Yeah, do you want to play as Noctis, who has all the swords, or do you want to play as Darth Vader, who only has one?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. The character looks gross now in retrospect. But anyway, I digress. Rick, we're only on number 4 still. Who's yours?
My number 4 is Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3.
You're going to cause some fucking arguments with some people, Rick. Not me, I don't care, but...
Yeah. So I've definitely spent more time in the Xenoverse games. Xenoverse 2 especially, because, it came out very soon after Xenoverse 1, and if Xenoverse 1 got the same amount of DLC and love that Xenoverse 2 got, then that would still be going. Budokai 3, I think, was the pinnacle of Dragon Ball Z 2D fighter design until Fighter Z came out, which I don't have.
And you could probably buy now for £1.
Oh yeah, probably. You can buy the base game for £1, but then all the DLC packs are full price. And that's how they get you. This was a very good one to have at uni when we had a halls of residence and friends would come around from nearby and we'd just have an afternoon playing after we'd done some lectures and then go and get a Chinese or whatever. Very, very formative 18, 19, 20-year-old memories of this kind of thing. The single player was actually pretty competent for this kind of thing in that you would go around and follow the story of the sagas up to Boo, but then they put some divergent things in to give you all the GT stuff.
Oh boy, that's what everybody wanted in their Dragon Ball Z game.
Yeah. Well, you say that, but for us, it was the first time we saw Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and everyone wanted to play as him because he was busted. And he basically just killed Cybermen by looking at them. That was also one of the downsides, was that you had they had the internal balancing of, if you're a Super Saiyan, you can do Super Saiyan stuff and you're really good. If you're Krillin, you're always Krillin. You can, the best you can do is unlock potential once.
Can't even fucking Kaioken.
No, you can't even Kaioken. But he can unlock his potential at Guru, and that's good enough for Krillin. That's all Krillin gets.
It bumps me out, man, because Krillin is, no joke, has always been my favourite Dragon Ball Z character.
Yeah, and, he goes back until, the second set of arcs in Dragon Ball Original.
Okay, I don't like him in Dragon Ball Original because he's an arsehole.
Oh, because he's a little shit, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's actually a bastard.
Yeah. And it's a plot point. He's such a little shit that he can't even ride the flying Nimbus because he elbows Goku in the chest and looks at porn or whatever. So, whereas Goku is pure and innocent, and so is Gohan.
We know Goku's pure and innocent because he thinks it's a front bum.
Yeah.
And he fucking slaps it, and it's one of the most... It's the first thing he does when he meets Bulma, which is the first thing that happens in Dragon Ball. And to this day, it makes me laugh, but also wince.
Yeah. That, and also get shot by Bulma.
Yeah, but he's a Saiyan, he walks that shit off.
He does, but we didn't know that at the time. It was just Wukong at the time, so...
Yeah, you're not even wrong.
Yeah. But yeah, my number 4 is Budokai 3, the ultimate of the Budokai series.
Oh, I can't... If we were slightly more popular, the comments you'd have aimed at you going, no, Budokai 2 is clearly superior.
Oh, Budokai 2 sucks!
Budokai 1 is the pinnacle of fighting games, says that one guy with his fucking bib.
Bib. Oh man, I'm imagining it as well. He's got a permanent grimace mouth, so the bottom corners of his mouth are always like in that shape, and that's why the drool comes out all the time. And that's why he needs his bib.
I'm very glad you managed to picture what I was going for with the bib.
Number 3.
My number 3 is probably the most conventional take on this. It's DuckTales from the 1989 on the Game Boy.
Ah, DuckTales, woo-oo, yeah. Does this have the same music as the one on the NES?
I think it's toned down a bit for the Game Boy.
Yeah, but it's like the same melody, just not as proficient.
Yes. It's bit crushed to fuck.
Yeah, but that said, like the Moon theme from DuckTales is one of the iconic gaming anthems.
Here's the thing, Rick. I don't think I ever got to the moon stage.
Didn't you have stage select at the beginning, like Mega Man?
I might be thinking of a different DuckTales game and put the wrong game on my list.
Maybe.
I think the stage select is in the console version of this game, because in the Game Boy game it's very linear.
Sure. Okay, I get it. Yeah, man. Oh man, that moon stage. Oh man, it's so good in big band as well.
I know
DuckTales.
I know they remade this game, like, I want to say recently, but it was probably like 2018, so not that recently.
Yeah, like long enough ago that the people born then can have conversations.
Oh, anyway, DuckTales was one of the few games I had for the Game Boy, because the Game Boy in my household was a household Game Boy. So again, another console where we just acquired games.
Yeah, I had Pokemon and Mario Land 1.
It's one of the rare examples where in my house we'd always have both copies of the Pokemon game, because one was my save file and one was my brother's save file.
Sure.
But we only had one Game Boy still.
So you still had to take turns.
Turns, and you couldn't trade.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you'd have to borrow an additional Game Boy and a link cable to be able to trade.
It blew my mind when we had the take a toy to school take a toy to school for a day at school, and people were bringing their Game Boys, and there's that one kid who knew how to get Mew.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the one kid who like had an action replay.
Yeah.
O115 DHCF. Shit, I still remember the code for it for Mew.
He got given so much fucking chocolate.
Yeah.
And he wasn't asking for shit. People were just throwing shit at him, just like, please give me a Mew. Here's a fucking Crunchy.
Yeah. Where would you like to catch Mew? Would you like to catch him in the Mewtwo dungeon, so he's level 50 odd, or would you like to catch him on Route 2, where he's level 2?
We did not have that level of discussion, Rick. We were kids.
No. Yeah. Right, here's the code. Go into the grass. Go.
But yeah, DuckTales was very fun. To this day, I remember it's one of those games where you jump on everything with your pogo stick because you just don't know what the fuck's where. Yeah,
it's a pogo stick's his cane as well, isn't it?
It is his cane, but because I hadn't seen DuckTales at that time, I just thought it was a pogo stick. And also, we're talking Game Boy graphics. It didn't look that detailed.
Yeah, it was a bit more obvious on the NES because it was a different colour.
Yeah, it's even more obvious in the remake where it's so bright and colourful and looks better than the cartoon.
Yeah, this is true.
But yes, I think DuckTales definitely deserves a mention. What about you, Rick? What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Warhammer 40,000: Dawn of War.
Interesting choice. I'll put it that way.
Dawn of War 1. So this was it might have been the first proper RTS that I owned.
Never played Age of Empires?
Nope, never played Age of Empires. My friends had Command & Conquer, but I was also splitting my cash between, things like Sonic games. So, no, I didn't get any real RTSs until later. The benefit of when I got it was also that I was at uni at the time, and we could do...
LAN party.
Yeah, essentially. We could do we could do the entire network of the entire... Well, not the entire university, because it was like ring-fenced to the place where you were. So, your dorm. You could do a dorm LAN party of things that you had agreed to do. So, yeah, I got schooled in that, because going through the story, you can just make as many of the good stuff as you can within the cap, and then just highlight them all and send them all at the enemy, and you will win. But when you're against other humans, they know that, just make a bunch of Gretchen and send them out, and the Gretchen will just like beat you before you can make your army.
That strategy works once.
Yeah. But yeah, Dawn of War 1 is the one that I played. I never played Dawn of War 2. Dawn of War 3 is a lot more recent. I don't have it either, so...
I don't think Dawn of War 3 is out yet.
Is it not out? I thought it was.
Oh, if it was, it fucking slipped under my radar.
I believe it was also like really high requirements, so it might have been like just before you got your PC or something like that. I don't know.
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember it coming out. I'll put it that way. And the reason why I think it isn't out yet is because they recently re-released Dawn of War 1, and I don't think they'd release both of those at the same time, because that'd be a bit weird.
I get it.
That being said, Dawn of War 2 is a completely different game, because you just control one squad.
Yeah, it's a lot more. It's a lot more like Mordheim, really, to a degree, isn't it? Where you level up your dudes within your squad and like give them like abilities as you go along.
Yeah, that sounds correct. I got past the first stage and went, this is not what I wanted from Dawn of War. It's interesting that you said Dawn of War though, and you didn't mention any of the expansions, because to this day I think Dark Crusade's the best of them. Yeah,
so I actually got the first expansion. I didn't get the second or third.
Oh, Rick, the fucking campaign is so much better with the second and third.
I know, right?
I'm saying Dark Crusade. I meant Soulstorm. Dark Crusade is good because it introduces the new campaign type, which is all the factions get a leader. Fucking have fun. Here's an overworld map. Conquer the planet.
Yeah. And then Soulstorm is Necrons, right? And Dark Crusade is Sisters of Battle.
Dark Crusade, completely wrong. Dark Crusade is Necrons and Tau. Soulstorm is Dark Eldar and Sisters of Battle.
Right. Okay. The first expansion was basically just Imperial Guard.
Basically, it was.
Yeah. It was Imperial Guard and an additional campaign that was longer than the original campaign.
Yeah. You could actually play as the evil guys in the Dawn of War 2 campaign.
Yeah, you can. It's like a Gestalt alliance between the Orcs and Chaos.
Yeah,
and the Chaos Lord is literally the same guy but with a different name.
Well, yeah. The thing I didn't like about the campaign is obviously the good campaign was pretty nice. You had the Imperial Guard teaming up with the Eldar, and you were both officially allied. Fucking Chaos and Orcs weren't.
Yep.
If you went on that, if you played the evil campaign and got to the part where you played as both Chaos and Orcs, you couldn't have the armies fucking mix and match and advance together because they'd just start fighting each other.
Yeah, they would. It's great.
It was very annoying.
And the Imperial Guard and Eldar, they both have a divergence point near the end where one of them gets what they want and the other one becomes your enemy. With the Orcs and Chaos, this is very much stated. This is both what they want, and so you know it's going to happen.
Well, Chaos wants chaos, and the Orcs just want a good fight.
Yeah, which should work, but yeah. Chaos wants persistent chaos. Orcs want ephemeral chaos.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Number 2.
My number 2 is Toy Story Racing for the PlayStation 1.
Oh, I never played this.
I loved
How good was it?
Oh, it wasn't. But I loved it.
Yeah. If you're on the PlayStation, that means you probably don't have an N64, so you need a racing game. You can't get Mario Kart. What's the next best thing? Oh, toys.
It was fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it holds a candle to Mario Kart. Like, it just doesn't. But
fair enough.
It was pretty competent. It was playable. Again, another example of a game I got because easy multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
And I have fond memories of my brother watching me play the single player because someone needed to unlock all the characters.
Yeah, that's how you get characters, and it's proving very early on that you are a better gamer than your brother.
Well, here's the thing: is it was kind of boring.
Sure.
A lot of the stages were just straight up races, but sometimes you'd have battle arenas. Like each character had their own set of stages, and
Sure.
certain characters had a lot more stages in their pile. And at a certain point, you'd reach a point in there. It's represented by stacks of building blocks. Is each campaign basically, and
Sure.
once you get to a certain point, it's like, cool, you need to have this amount of stars. There's no way to get that amount of stars with this character's campaign, so you have to then move to a different character to unlock more stars to keep going in. So you constantly swap between Buzz and Woody, and then, oh shit, now I've got to play as Rex for some reason.
Yeah, now I've got to play as Bo Peep and then Husheep. Were you all in cars?
Yes, except for RC.
Right, okay. Who is a car, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Bo Peep's sheep weren't a character, they were a weapon.
Okay.
That effectively served as a mine.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with Toy Story Racers, but I sure as shit would not recommend it above any other kart racing game.
Fair enough.
But yes, what is your penultimate option?
My number 2, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic.
I don't think this is... okay, go on.
So, when they were given the option, they got the choice of, do you want to make a Attack of the Clones game, or do you want to do your own thing and just basically write whatever you want? Like, a long time removed. And BioWare picked, we'll pick the one where we get to do writing, and it was the right choice.
The annoying thing is, though, is I would love a KOTOR-style game that was set during the Clone Wars.
Oh, yeah, totally. Absolutely. It works so well. Like, especially now that we have the characterization on clones that we have, but we didn't have that back then. We didn't get that until the Clone Wars movie and then series.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that. I'm just saying, like, it'd be very easy to be like, your character is random Jedi number 66.
Oh, yes. Doubly so, execute number 66, yeah.
Listen, the more and more media that gets released after fucking after Revenge of the Sith, and the more Jedi that just miraculously survived Order 66, boy, was it incompetent, wasn't it?
Yeah, it makes the clones retroactively shitter. The longer Star Wars goes, the worse the clones get. It's basically like Vegeta and Trunks going, do I hear 5? Oh, shit. This was absolute top. I think you said you've got it, but you couldn't get it to properly work.
I can get it to work. It doesn't use a controller, and I don't like keyboard and mouse, so I've not played it.
Sure, okay.
And I don't know why it doesn't work with a controller, because there's an Xbox version of the game. But
there is.
But you've got the same problem with Dragon Age Origins. If you got it on PC, you have to play with keyboard and mouse.
Yeah. Like, at least in Veilguard, you can just use a controller.
You could do it in Inquisition.
I had Inquisition on PS4, so... in fact, it was the first game I bought for the PS4.
Fair enough.
But yeah. It's Knights of the Republic, absolute top. It's... I think it's Is it the best BioWare's ever done? Maybe not. Is it the most memorable tie-in game that I ever played for something like that? I think it is.
I don't think it's a tie-in.
Okay. Are you DQing me?
I'm not DQing you, I'm just saying it's not a tie-in.
Fair enough. But yeah, so it's a licensed game. Like they tried to put some things in from the Old Republic comics, and they couldn't get the license to it, so they just had Joe Lee talk about the one character once.
I just don't see it being... like it's just like with your Dawn of War pick. Like, yeah, it's licensed, but it's not what I meant with the spirit of the question.
Yeah, I mean, the Dawn of War one is just a Command and Conquer game with Space Marines.
I stand by what I said.
Yep. But yeah, Knights of the Old Republic is my number 2. What's your number 1?
I don't think my number 1 is going to come as a surprise to anybody who knows me. My number 1 pick is Lord of the Rings: The Third Age for the PS2.
Yeah, it's top. I didn't put it on my list because I didn't... Again, it's the similar thing of not played enough of it, but I never even owned it. It was either a rental or a friend had it and I had to give it back.
I love this game so much, I had the official strategy guide.
Yeah,
not because
back when they made those.
Back when they made those, but not because I wanted the strategy guide, but because it came with little cards that had the stats of every single enemy in the game written on them.
Oh man, like a Pokédex.
Yeah, so one side had the picture of the enemy, which was always crap because it was a PS2 render. And the other side had the stats and a very brief description if it had space.
Yeah, I played this on GameCube, and yeah, it was really good. Like, you could do like little bits of multiplayer on it as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, there's literally a option in the option menu that says co-op, and yeah, it takes away control of half the party and gives it to the person holding controller number 2. It does get a bit awkward though, because you only have 3 members of the party in combat at any one time.
And 4 when Gandalf joins.
Yeah, 4 when you have a guest character, but I don't even know how it divvies up the guest characters because I've never tried it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So I didn't get much further than Gandalf and the Balrog. I think just after that is when you get the Ranger to join, isn't it?
Ranger is your 3rd character, so no.
Is it when you get the Elf to join just after that then?
The Elf is the 2nd character that joins your party, so no.
Okay. Okay. Shit.
The thing about Lord of the Rings is you have a party of 4 for a long time. It's a long time before you get that 5th party member.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it begs the question as to why the fuck the combat party was only 3 people when you have 4 people for so long.
Yeah. Just make it 4, and then like when you get your 5th person, you can switch someone out. Then cool. That's when choices start to matter. But
the choices don't matter because they've got the system in play where you can just tag out at any time.
Yeah, because it's Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, it is literally Final Fantasy X, and I love that about it. It's Final Fantasy X, but dressed in a Lord of the Rings cosplay. And super fucking dumbed down, by the way, as far as leveling goes.
Yeah.
Because they've got a traditional level up system with actual levels, and then to learn skills, you just have to use skills in combat, and that gives you AP. Fair
enough.
Yeah, it's a very weird mix of classic and modern level up systems. Yeah, no, you don't get Morwen until you're almost in fucking Helm's Deep.
Yeah, that's a hell of a long way.
It is.
Because you basically follow the Fellowship for most of the time, don't you?
You follow the Fellowship up until Aragon. No, that's where you start. And just after the Mines of Moria, basically.
Right. Because that's when you diverge, probably. Yeah.
Well, you don't diverge though. It's just the Fellowship is now broken up, and Boromir's definitely dead, and that was your main character's quest, was to find Boromir.
Sure.
And Boromir's dead, so fuck all this. And then you just do what Gandalf tells you, because it's Gandalf. Like, what are you going to do? Say no? And then you end up at Helm's Deep with...
Yeah, don't argue with Gandalf. Only villains do that.
For real. And yeah, you do the Helm's Deep siege. And then you go to Osgiliath, but that's where the timeline actually stops making sense. Because you go to Osgiliath when Faramir's still defending it.
Yeah, okay.
Which shouldn't be possible.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, because... Shouldn't Faramir also, like, be back on the way to Denethor to get chewed out by that point?
It should be earlier than that. At this point in the films, Faramir's still fucking around with Frodo.
Sure.
Like, he's doing ranger shit. But yeah, you go to Osgiliath, and that's when you get Eowyn as well, the fucking proper... Well, actually, no, you get Eowyn just before Helm's Deep, so sure. He's in your party by then. He's the actual rider of Rohirrim Royal Guard, and he's the most bent character in the game. Which, it makes sense why you get him so late, but it's also like, god damn, you only have him for like 3 stages.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
But yeah, anyway, I digress. That is my ultimate favourite pick. Shouldn't come to a surprise to many people. What is your number 1, Rick?
My number 1 is going to really annoy you.
Oh, boy.
What is one of our favourite games of all time?
Phantasy Star?
Well, I said our.
Oh, our. I don't know.
And what license does it use?
I don't know what we're talking about, my friend.
Baldur's Gate 3.
That's not a fucking Ooh! This is so not the spirit of the question, and I think you know that.
Yeah, this is why it's going to annoy you so much. But yes, Larian have the Wizards of the Coast license to do Baldur's Gate things, to do D&D things. They use the license very well. They used the license very faithfully. They had like multiple people on staff to make sure that everything was completely au fait with the license guidelines, and that person got fired.
Yeah, because he was a fucking creep.
Was he? Okay. Well, I think...
Wait, or am I thinking of the other guy that got fired? A lot of people got fired. Yeah, so I think Sven basically said, yeah, we're not going to be working with Wizards again, partly because of the treatment of the people that were our liaisons within Wizard. That, he can't trust them to be a good company in good faith to work with going forward, which is why Baldur's Gate 4 will not be a Larian game. Well, there's 2 things to take away from here. First and foremost, I'm just saying it right now, this entire fucking top 5 is a travesty and a shambles because Rick did not follow the spirit of the intentions of the question by fucking putting 3 goddamn RPGs in, more or less. Second of all, this isn't just a Larian thing, this is also a Wizards of the Coast thing. And
it's definitely a Wizards of the Coast thing.
And Wizards of the Coast have got no respect for artistry, and they probably assume that the success of Baldur's Gate 3 has nothing to do with Larian, and is entirely because it's a D&D based property, and they can give it to any old video game company and it will do just as well. Which you and I know that's not the case. Pretty much anyone who plays video games know that's not the case, but Wizards of the Coast are so far up their own arse that there's no doubt in my mind that they will just give it to... they'll probably give it to Bungie and think they could do a good job with it.
Yeah, and I'm done defending Bungie. Oh man, but yeah, that's exactly it. They think that it's their property that is what's hot, and not the care that went into adapting it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah, it's the same message, different wording, I guess. But yeah, it's basically become one of my favorite games of all time. It's going to take a lot of dislodging to get it out of the a rolling top 5. And
okay, but it shouldn't be in this top 5 in the first place. So
Yeah, but fair enough.
Your top 3 might as well have just not bothered being mentioned because you just went, I'm just going to pick games that are good.
Dawn of War, KOTOR, Baldur's Gate.
Lack of imagination, to say the least.
Well, it shows like the only one that's actually like just straight up from a show is the Jackie Chan Adventures, because everything else is like a sequel to just like fighting game with a skin.
What was your number 4?
Number 4 was Budokai 3.
Yeah, even that I'd argue is not really in the spirit of things.
Yeah,
I thought I was being a bit of a prick with Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, but it follows the fucking movies and is a New Line Cinema production. It fucking counts way more than most of your list, as you say.
Yes. And yeah, this is the thing that like it turns out I didn't buy things that were already something. I did it the other way around. I bought Digimon games because I thought I saw the show and went, oh, cool.
You've never once spoken to me about Digimon games.
I bought Digimon World 1, and I bought Digimon World 2003, and I bought Digimon Rumble Arena.
That is an iconic phrase at this point.
It is.
God, that was a weird game because everybody would turn into Megas and Vmon would turn into Impyodramon fucking Paladin mode, but fucking Wormmon is stuck as Stingmon.
Yeah, Wormmon stuck as Stingmon, and he's just like going toe-to-toe with... like Imperial Dramon.
Fun fact, that was a game that when my nephew came around and see me playing video games, they were like, can I play with you? And that's the game where I'd give them, do the old trick of, here's the controller, you're playing that guy. He was not plugged in.
Yep. And Impmon, the best character, because he could just use summon. Just make a bunch of ice crystals and kill anything. It was even better against Megas because they were bigger. Oh man, he got weaker by turning into Beelzemon. It was so stupid.
You don't think that way when you're a kid?
I was old enough to realise it, so yeah, just Impmon, use summon, win.
Yeah, if you were old enough to realise that means who you're playing with probably is old enough to realise that, and that's where you go, cool, don't pick Impmon because you're a shit.
Yeah, but also he did his summon like at a certain distance. When you're playing against people, it's not as big of a deal. When you're playing against the PC, which is how you unlock most of the characters, that's basically an I win button.
I don't remember having to unlock anyone in Rumble Arena.
I think you had to do it to get Black War Greymon.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it's just War Greymon again. But yes, do you have a favourite of mine?
No, because you cheated. Not you did. Well, okay, you didn't. Cheating is the wrong word to use. The spirit of the question was disregarded, aka you're a prick.
Well, to be honest, the best one of your one was literally your number 1. It was Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. I didn't get far in it, but I did enjoy it. Not enough to go and buy it, but I did enjoy it.
The amount of hours of my life I've wasted on that game.
But yes, that's it for our top 5 licensed games. If you think we missed a hidden gem, or if you want to just shout at me, we've got the comment section down below on YouTube and Spotify. Otherwise, you can send us an email at
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com. I would encourage the shouting at Rick for breaking the spirit of the question. You never played a Shrek game?
I never played a Shrek game.
Oh.
Apparently the first Shrek game actually had a story that wasn't just Shrek.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, which is the the one where you could play you could play as Red Riding Hood and she was like a rogue?
I don't remember. I just remember it not being good.
Yeah, fair enough.
You sure you're not thinking of like Hoodwinked or something?
No. Like, because it expanded the Shrek universe to like multiple characters that just got like shown because there'd not been as much Shrek at the time.
I don't want to hear the word expanded the Shrek universe.
Google Shrek expansion.
Do not do this. Isn't Shrek one half of that infamous image with Rainbow Dash? Mistakes into miracles. Let's go.
It might be.
So it's
got it wasn't. It wasn't it like Shrek and it was Shrek and SpongeBob, and they were giving birth to Sonic, were they?
No, I'm pretty sure Rainbow Dash was involved.
Okay.
And I just remember the absurd image as it is already, and the words "mistakes into miracles" and the Twin Towers burning behind them.
Yeah, there's. I think isn't it Sonic and SpongeBob, and SpongeBob is the pregnant one, looking really proud of himself, and Rainbow Dash is the child.
Listen, I've got to be honest with you. We're like 5 layers deep in like a 10-layer meme. I think we're better off just tapping out where we're at.
I agree. Bye, everybody.
See you next week, guys. No, fuck it. Let us know in the comment section down below how wrong we are. What 3 characters are featured in that meme, and how cursed is that image. Now we'll see you next week.
See ya.